Namaste. Hello, it's lovely to connect with you today. My name is Leanne Peters. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube, and I'm honoured to be here sharing with you today. It is Saturday morning here. It's just gone 8:30. I'm coming to you live from Tasmania, Australia. Good morning, Matthew. Namaste. So I'm here to pull some cards for the weekend. Extra special welcome to our Temple of Balance patrons, my Pillar of Light family, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much for your support. It means a lot to me and helps me be able to do what I do full time. So thank you so much for your support and assistance. It's my honour to be of service to you. I'm feeling extremely grateful this morning, so I wanted to just thank you so much for not only your support, but for your interactions, for your viewership, for your recommendations, your feedback. Even, I know that there's a lot of people that connect with these videos and connect with my work who just don't communicate or connect with me or let me know, which is fine, because I understand that that's just the way some people are, and I certainly don't expect feedback at all. I don't expect anything, but I just want to acknowledge those of you who are out there letting me know how grateful you are, or what my work means to you. And I also want to acknowledge, there's stuff shifting in my throat here. I also want to express and acknowledge those of you who do connect more privately and personally, and choose to just enjoy what you get from it without needing to express that. So thank you for all of you for connecting. I'm very, very grateful. I'm so grateful that I've been doing this work full time for 12 and a half years. Can you believe it? It's just incredible. So thank you for your support. And I'm making someone angry. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but it's quite funny. So sorry for the angry person out there. I trust that you feel a bit better soon. But I'm not going to apologise for being who I am, because I'm here to be me, and you can either like it or not. And if you don't, then I trust that you'll go and do something that you do like. Thank you so much. Jolene can't see me. Perhaps hit refresh. I think other people can see me. Hi everyone, I see all your beautiful comments, and I will reply and read them when I get back onto my computer. Karur asked me, how about I start my own radio station? Oh, that's a great idea, but I actually just finished hosting on internet radio for years. So I'm actually preferring doing these live video streams, so they're much more current, and you get to be able to see me, which I guess might be all right. So it won't be any radio podcasts for a while. I'm quite enjoying the video stream, and so much so I've just upgraded my phone. Not yet, but I've upgraded my phone. I'm waiting for my new phone to arrive, because I want to start doing some more video chatting. I've started doing video chatting with some of our patrons, and it is amazing, because usually I sit here talking to myself. Well, that's how it feels to me. So to actually sit and talk to people and to be able to see your face there is just this whole new dimension I really am wanting to get into. So when I open my books for readings and healings and services again early in November, I'm going to add a video chat option, so that we can chat and I can connect with you more personally and do some energy work with you, or whatever it is. I'm not 100% sure what the service or the supportive service is yet, but I do want to do this more. So I'm not just looking at me, I want to look at you. I want to see you here. So that's where I'm evolving to at this time. So welcome to our new members, or our new viewers, or the new people watching. Welcome to you. What I'm going to be doing is using my Speed of Light Oracle cards, and I'm going to be pulling one random card but it will be the right card for Saturday, the 14th of October. I'm going to pull one card for Sunday, the 15th, and one card for the theme for Saturday and Sunday. I'm not doing personal requests for guidance here today. This is general guidance for everyone. So I trust that you've been led here for a reason and our paths have crossed for a reason. So I trust something shared will be important and helpful for you at this time. Just take on board what feels right for you, what resonates with you, and let the rest go. If it doesn't resonate, if you don't resonate with what I'm saying or the work that I do or something that's shared, then it doesn't matter. Just let it go. If you continue to think about it, why it doesn't resonate or how much it doesn't resonate, then there's something in it for you. So just think about letting go what you don't need and listening to and feeling on and connecting with what you do need. And what you need and what you want can be two very different things. So I'm very interested in connecting with what you need for your highest truth. So with that said, let's get into it. Let's find the best card for Saturday, the 14th of October. So I am pulling the card for Saturday the way that I always pull my cards, which is to shuffle, hold the intention, and split the deck and take the top card. That works for me, and your way of pulling the cards works for you. So the best card for Saturday, the 14th of October, is this here. Oh, we've got Unicorn, card 50. It's been a long time since unicorns come up. And I've scribbled on here alicorn, which is the name of the unicorn's horn, because I always end up talking about it and I never know what it's actually called. So someone told me and I scribbled it on the card. So I'll be sure to mention that when I talk about the unicorn's horn. So the key words here say psychic, gifts, spiritual, intuition, and trust. So this card is coming up to remind us that we do connect in with spirit, but not just spirit. We connect in with the subtle energies that play out in our life now and the energies that are to come. We connect with these energies through our intuition and in our own way. Basically what I'm saying is that your psychic gifts, your ability to connect with the unseen energies and your potentials that are coming for you, your gut feeling, your intuition, your instincts, whatever you want to call it, that you have the ability to tap into that subtle energy to help yourself. So you don't have to be doing psychic readings, for example, to be psychic. You don't have to be doing intuitive work to be intuitive. We are all intuitive. In other words, we are all psychic. They're pretty much the same thing. A psychic technically means is a form of connecting with subtle energy called clairvoyance or clear seeing. So that's where people see energy. But we do tend to use the word psychic to cover all of the psychic senses these days, which is our intuition as well. To me, our intuition is the voice of our psychic sense, our main psychic senses, whether it's through being an empath or being sensitive through feeling, or whether we're a visual person, whether we hear, whether we're audient and hear things audibly through our hearing, our psychic hearing, or our physical hearing. Sometimes we can hear our subtle energy or spirit. Or some of us are more knowers, so we have that gut feeling and we just know. We can't explain why, we just know that we need to go here, that we need to do this, or that something's going to happen. So we have these different ways that we connect in with the subtle energy. And the voice of those ways I call our intuition. So our intuition is strong, and it's probably going to be quite strong and quite in tune, especially on Saturday, but to help us with our own everyday life. I'm always a bit cautious of encouraging, or actually I never ever encourage people to intuit for other people, because I find it quite invasive and disrespectful personally. So I find that the best way that I can be intuitive is to help myself and work with my intuition in my everyday life. So I sit here connecting with you and reading cards and connecting in with my intuition quite strongly. I share posts based on what I intuitively feel, and I get a lot of people saying that, I can't believe that you put that there, are you in this room with me? But it happens quite often. Or I just pulled that card for myself today, and I hear this all the time. So I tap into my intuition when I'm sharing with you, and this is more of a spiritual, I guess, psychic sort of way of sharing. But behind the scenes, when I'm not sharing here, which is just really, 15 or 20 minutes of my weekend, this weekend, there's another whole nearly 48 hours that I'm going to be not in this spiritual mode. And in that not spiritual mode, I am still very much in tune with and listening to my intuition and what I'm sensing everywhere and in every moment of my life, and what's happening for me, what's unfolding. A lot of the intuition comes back to how I'm feeling in my body, because I'm quite empathic, so I'm quite sensitive to energy, and I feel in my body how people feel. I'm very sensitive in that way. So that's the way I go about my day-to-day life and work with my intuition and trust it based on what I'm sensing at the time. So what I'm trying to say is that Saturday, there's more going on that we'll probably see with our physical eyes. There's a great potential here to tap into our intuition and to work with that as a guide for our forward movement, for our healing, for our whatever we need at this time on Saturday or in those moments. So don't underestimate your own intuition. Be careful of second guessing it or seeking confirmation, but trust that if you feel it, if you hear it, if you see it, if you know it, then it is right for you. So you can trust your intuition. Your trusting of your intuition is extremely important, because you could be the most intuitive person in the world, but if you're not trusting in your intuition, then it's just like air, and you're not really working with it and using it in a productive way. So the more you can work on trusting in your intuition, trusting in your instincts, trust in your knowing, trust in your sensitivity to energy, then the more you're going to be able to work with that more tangibly in your actual life. Because remember, I've been talking about this quite a lot in these last few videos. It's about bringing it tangibly and practically into your life. Not something you just think about or do in meditation class, but something that you actually bring out of that space and into your life, so it can be a practical help and assistance for you. So I trust that makes sense. So the only time I don't mention the unicorn's alicorn is today, but I guess I did get the word in, didn't I? So that's for Saturday. Trust your intuition. And if you don't know what your intuition is, then it might be worth exploring and getting to know what your intuition is. Like I say, to me, it's the voice of our main psychic sense or senses. So whether you're an empath, a knower, visual, or audio. I don't know how to say that properly, do I? Whether you hear energy, how's that? Okay, I trust that resonates for your Saturday. I'm now looking for the best card for Sunday, the 15th of October. Hi, Barbie. Barbie says hi with lots of hearts. Mandy says thank you. Thanks, Mandy. And Barbie says thank you too. Thanks, Barbie. Rose says hello, good card. Thank you. Have a nice weekend. Thanks, Rose. You as well. Okay, let's look now for the best card for Sunday, the 15th of October. So take a nice deep breath. Think about when you're breathing and when you have these opportunities in these moments to stop and breathe, to think about breathing in the new air and breathe out the old air. So think about breathing in the new and true and breathe out your pain and suffering. And that can be just a great thing to do, even just for a few moments most days. It can be very freeing. So while you're taking your nice deep breaths, if you're inspired to, this is going to be the best card for the 15th of October for Sunday. I trust with my entire being. Is this? Oh, we've got koala. And this is a featured card, but it's the only featured card that doesn't want us to pull another card. It wants us to meditate, to reflect, and to ponder on Sunday. And the energy is very high for this card. So I'm going to read what this card says. It's card 52, Koala. And the key words say ponder, slow, quiet, and grandfather, and wait. So we got recording issues, do we? Seems okay from my end. I'll just continue, and I trust the replay will come back okay. So this is Koala, the guidance for Sunday. So Koala's reminding us, or well, just actually showing us that the energy is probably going to be quite slow and reflective. We may feel a bit in hibernation mode, a bit withdrawn somewhat socially. We might find we just want to spend time at home or at time in our comfortable place, in our comfortable zone, whatever that might be. It may be a room, it may be our home, it may be somewhere in nature or somewhere else that we like to be. So spending time in this quiet space reflecting feels important. It feels nourishing. It feels like a great time to reflect on the important people in our life, the important things in our life, things to be grateful for, and really thinking about counting our blessings and pondering the great things that we can recognize in our life. It also might be a great time to ponder what's not working for us and how we can find a solution or move through or from that space. So a slow moving energy around as we are inspired to wait, ponder, slow down and quieten our energy space on Sunday. So meditate, reflect and ponder may be quite valuable for some of us on Sunday. So that's Sunday's guidance. I trust it resonates with you. So now I'm looking for the best card for the theme for Saturday and Sunday. So the theme card will help bring these days together and help us see the bigger picture of these particular days. So Saturday and Sunday's theme is this here. Jellyfish. Jellyfish hasn't come up for a while either. All these, I say this because we've had so many repeat cards. You know, a few weeks ago we had repeat cards that had kept coming up for weeks and months. So all of these new cards are showing us that we are moving in a new direction, that we have left a lot of the past behind us, more than we probably recognise or care to admit at this time. So if we spend some time reflecting, we might recognise how much we have moved on from the past and the expired and all that effort that we've made to shed that old skin in this last week or so. So this is Jellyfish card 55. It's the last card in the deck. So it talks about tying up loose ends. It talks about things coming to an end as well. But the key words say vulnerable, flow, sensitive and protection. It talks about going with the flow as best as we can on Saturday and Sunday. And I've been talking about this a lot in the current energy reports and in my videos, because it's really, really important at this time, is that we become more comfortable in our own personal flow and what that flow means to us. So we might think of going with the flow as a bit of a universal thing, bit of a collective thing, and in many ways it is. But this flow that I'm talking about specifically for now, and the energy's really high for this. The energy's actually really high right now. So this must be important information, which is probably not surprising that this video keeps cutting out for some. But our individual flow is what's really important, because it's our individual flows that come together and make the collective flow, if you like. So if we're not in our individual flow, we're never going to have any hope of being in the collective flow, because it takes all our individual streams to make that collective rhythm or collective flow, or river is what I'm trying to say. So let's step back and look at how or what our own flow is. this weekend? What is our natural rhythm, if you prefer those words to flow? You might prefer the words your life's path, if you like. I love river and flow because the flow feels like a flowing river, and there's something fluent and moving and rhythmic about thinking of it in that way. But in other words, it's just our life's path. So how can we get more in sync and more in tune with our life's path, with our flow, with our natural rhythm? How can we become an active participant, an active component in that river of ours that we're trying to get in sync with? Because we need to jump into this river and ride that stream and move with that current, rather than trying to swim upstream or thinking that our path is elsewhere. So there's a feeling here of things lining up and us seeing more clearly our path, our life, and the flow our flow and rhythm of the movement of where we're going at this time. Let me describe my flow for you, just to give you a little bit of an example perhaps, although my flow, my path is going to be much different to yours, but it will give you a bit of an idea. So if I was to describe my path, my flow, my river at this time, I feel that it includes me, so it includes my personality, my interests, my hobbies, the things that I like, the things that I don't like will also be a part of what I choose to put in or not put in my river, if you like. When I'm in the flow of my river, or the flow of my life, which I feel I am right now, I feel abundant. So abundant to me means that I'm in good flow and things are flowing well for me. Things are working out. If problems arise, I work through it, I deal with it, I feel my way out of it, I find a solution, and I continue flowing. I don't feel that at this time I'm trying to swim upstream. I'm not trying to force things to be a certain way. I'm not trying to force an outcome or trying to control people or control myself or control my life. I'm in the movement of the river that I've created. I know with my river and my flow and my path that I've created it. I know that I'm responsible completely for my path and how it is and how it feels right now, based on my intentions, my thoughts, my feelings, my dreams, my values, my truth. All of these things help pre-create my path, my life, my river, my flow to be what it is. So I'm pre-creating this river, and I've got on board, I'm in my river, I'm moving with the current. Sometimes at some moments I'm swimming with it because I'm feeling really in the flow and I'm feeling really abundant and in sync with that river of mine. And at other times I've just got my feet up and I'm gliding with it. So that's how my river feels. That's how my flow feels to me right now. And my flow includes my sensitivity. I'm very extremely sensitive to energy, and I don't feel that's a bad thing. So I feel that's one of my good qualities, is my sensitivity and the way that I feel so deeply and care so deeply, and a compassionate being. These are some of my good qualities. So I wouldn't want to reject my sensitivity, which I know a lot of people do, and I have myself a lot of times over the years. But the more we can accept who we are and all these different qualities that we bring to the world, these unique things that make us who we are, then the more we're going to be in sync with our flow and our natural rhythm. So if you're not feeling in sync with it, I guess some things to ask yourself might be, how can you get back in sync with your life's path, with your river, with your flow? How can you go more with the flow? What's holding you back? What are you not accepting about yourself? What are you not accepting about your life? How would you describe your life's path, your river, your flow, if you could describe it in words or in a picture? How could you describe it? Is there something you've seen or experienced before or visualized before that reminds you of that feeling? How can you bring yourself there and then sync up with it? Are you working with yourself at the moment, or are you working against yourself? Are you pushing against the stream, the flow? Are you trying to control things? It's important to be honest with ourselves, especially if we want to become better versions of ourselves and experience more balance in our life and get in sync with our natural flow and rhythm. So just a few thoughts for you this morning on this Saturday morning, and maybe some things to think about or feel upon. It's not always about thinking about. I feel a lot of the time it's about feeling upon. How does that feel? Does that feel right? Is this something I'm curious about exploring? And if so, then perhaps get your journal out and explore it, meditate on it. Notice what's going on in your life and how you can match up, get in sync and in cooperation with your life, and become your best friend and your best supporter. So I feel that's all I need to share today. Thank you so much for connecting. I trust you've enjoyed our time together. These cards have come to you from my Speed of Light Oracle cards. They are available now, and I promise you they've been printed the right way around. Facebook flips the videos for some crazy reason that makes no sense. But if you want to learn more about my Speed of Light Oracle cards, or my Healing Energy cards, or my books that I've written, or the things that I have created, then please have a look on my website at templeofbalance.com.au. If you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment or share if you're inspired to. And if you'd like to connect more privately, just send us a message through our website. We have my next healing event live on Monday, Monday the 16th of October, and it is exclusive for our Pillar of Light family. So I look forward to connecting with you then in our private closed group. I will be connecting with people personally, so if it's something that you're inspired to participate in, or if you enjoy the way I share and the way I communicate and the support that I offer, you may really love and be really nourished by becoming a Pillar of Light family member. It's $10 Australian a month exchange, and if you're inspired to, we do a lot of things there, so have a look on my website if you like. Thanks so much for being here. I really appreciate you and your participation in whatever way it's been for you. So thank you. Have a fantastic rest of your day and a beautiful weekend. I can't believe it. I've been looking forward to this day for so long. My band, our concert band, is playing in a wedding today for one of our band members in a cathedral, and I'm really looking forward to feeling it and playing this beautiful music and being in this space. So really looking forward to it. There's a beautiful energy around today, and I'm sure it's going to continue into the weekend. I trust you feel it even a tiny bit. Hold on to that and allow it to grow. So thank you so much. Sending you lots of love from my heart to yours. Namaste. And namaste means that the divine, the creator within me, honors and acknowledges the divine, the creator within you, that we are one. So thank you for being who you are. Namaste.